It's been 32 years since racing has occurred in our downtown. There's 15 cities in the world that have this opportunity, and we are one of them.
32 years to finally have the Grand Prix right where it belongs, and that is in the streets of our city.
I'm really excited just to see everybody coming together, celebrating the cars, celebrating just that culture. So it's going to be great.
Knowing that it's downtown, knowing that it's going to be filled with so many people, it's just exciting.
It's a great day to bring the kids down and see the race.
That drone footage of our city on the world stage this weekend. Welcome everybody. The 2023 Detroit Grand Prix back in downtown Detroit for the first time in more than 30 years. We have got you covered. Live pictures from the chopper up above and many cameras right down here on the streets where there is so much happening already, and we are so excited to be a part of it, to be down here and to bring it all to you guys.
It really is exciting. It's a great day to be on the water right here, right next to the merry-go-round, Carlisle Square, right on the water. The water's like glass rippling, but it's beautiful. A day to be proud of the city, because don't you feel that pride is that we rolled all that footage talking about how many years it's been since these cars have taken over the streets of Detroit, and I really like what it just looks like. If you look at that overhead shot, it's a little bit of Chevy, it's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of Penske, it's everything that's great about the Motor City.
The Motor City smells like the Motor City.
You feel it the minute you step out of that car after you park.
Yeah.
Like that energy, it is a palpable kind of energy down here already, and it's only going to amp up as this day and this weekend continue.
Hey, Dina, you got to do the thing where you say him, me, and you.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay,
do
so
that.
Derek Kevra, I'm Dina Santafanti, Lee Thomas.
I love that part, Dina.
We've got maps for you guys if you want to see. So really, just if you're not a huge race fan, you don't have to be to appreciate this event. This is really an event that celebrates many things: local businesses, the city of Detroit, the history of Detroit, and some IndyCar racing.
NASCAR.
Guys, when you talk about how do you create a downtown track in this city, logistically, this has been an unbelievable task. And just you can picture the RenCen. Well, the racetrack basically goes right down Jefferson. That's the straightaway. Right in front of the RenCen.
And they really did a lot of work. And we're going to talk about this throughout the morning, because they had to fix they had to fix man covers, because the cars have a vacuum system because they stick to the road. So they had to really adjust the streets of Detroit to make sure that these two different car series that are going to take to the streets of Detroit today will be safe, and everybody will be safe. But the best part to me is this event is free. This event is free. And people can come down and check it out today and throughout the weekend for absolutely free. But let's jump into a little history. 1991, first time they took to the streets, Derek.
1991, you're looking at a video of June 16th, 1991. That was the last time that they raced here in the city of Detroit. And that was a race where a guy by the name of Efferson Fittipaldi took home number one.
Emerson Fittipaldi, love that guy.
A couple of famous brothers in that race. The Andretti brothers, Mario Andretti, raced in that one here in Detroit in 1991. I think he took 6th place that year, but that was the last time.
When you talk to the drivers, as we've been doing leading up to this event, and as we have been, we've been a part of the Grand Prix for many years at Belle Isle, but for them, the excitement of driving on this track, I think there are 9 turns, and to be weaving, I mean, it's the stuff that superhero movies are made out of, right?
Yes.
Driving 200 miles an hour through the streets of Detroit, it's mind-boggling. So, and it's very exciting. And again, even if you're not a huge race car fan, this event it's impressive. And we do want to tell you about this. So pit lane, which is where basically they're changing tires and doing things.
Fixing
Fueling
things
up.
Getting
fixing
ready to go.
things up. They peel
It's a huge part of the race.
Yeah.
I mean, a huge part of the
Making
race.
adjustments.
And that is different here than it was on Belle Isle.
It really is, and we're going to talk about this throughout the morning, but it's very cool because usually it's just on one side of the track. Everybody has to navigate the same way, but because of the race, it's a dual pit lane. So take a listen.
A pit lane needs to be 1,000 feet. Where do you find that in the city? Well, we found that at the Rensen and the parking lots that General Motors and Blue Cross Blue Shield uses. Now, the problem was there wasn't 1,000 feet of pit lane. We have 500 feet. So what do? For the first time ever, the fans are going to see a dual pit lane where cars will come in and some will pit to the right and some will pit to the left. And at the end of pit lane, they'll all come together in a single file and find their way back to the racetrack. How? I'm sure they'll figure that out.
Look, it's really just two pit lanes back to back. I mean, each is the same. You just pit in on the right or pit in on the left. It's merely two pit lanes mirroring each other.
Yeah, it's just like Tony said. It's just two pit lanes mirroring each other.
No problem.
And that was Bud Danker, Chairman. He's going to be by a little later to talk more about everything. But here's the thing that makes that unique. For a street course, never been done before on a street course. And when you talk about pitting, it's when to pit, how long does it take, and how quickly can you get back out on that track. And when you have to navigate perhaps someone else coming on the track at the same time you come on the track, it's going to be one of those things where it makes the race even more interesting, a little more dangerous, but a lot more exciting.
There are so many activities happening throughout downtown, guys, and we've got cameras every which way. We've got cameras covering, so they're doing practice rounds right now. And then, of course, there's just people coming down there's food, there's entertainment, all those things. Another big factor today, though, is
our crews that we have all over the place
all
here.
Around.
So we've got, I mean, we're here, but we've got people out. Robin's been out, and Liz Lewin is out and about right now. And we're going to check in and see what Liz is doing.
There he is.
What does he say right here? Liz Lewin. Hi, good morning.
Yeah, where are you, Liz?
You guys, what other way would I want to debut on the 9? I mean, 3 of my favorite people, let me tell you. The only thing I forgot were earplugs, okay? This is fantastic right now. Dina, you mentioned the Rensen. We're down here where this practice round is going. All these beautiful Detroiters. I love it. I love it. And really, you think fast is fast until you really see fast, and that is exactly what we are seeing here on this straightaway. Greg and I were here yesterday on Jefferson and Woodward, where essentially those last-minute road preparations were being put in place. These guys are testing it out, and it sounds like they like it so far. We have talked about how Detroit, our Motor City, is shining, and I can tell you this morning as I was walking here, I talked to a couple people who are part of the teams, and they said it is so great to be back downtown. Downtown and city crowds and audiences and venues are unlike any other. We're going to be here all throughout the morning, so can't wait to keep you guys updated. For now, I'm going to get back to spectating.
Very nice.
Good job, Liz Lewin, for her debut on the 9. Round of applause for Liz, her debut on the 9 o'clock show. I appreciate it.
I did want to mention, too, an important story today is the weather, which I know you're going to be talking about, of course, throughout the next several hours. But we're getting to where you have to be careful.
Oh, for sure. Temperature is going to climb into the 90s. We're going to have, the UV index is high. Any outdoor activities, it's one of those sunglasses, check. Sunscreen, check. Bottled water, check. If you're coming down, you got to bring all that stuff with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be a literal street party as Detroit puts on its best face. Take a look.
This event is going to bring the energy we haven't seen since the 2006 Super Bowl. What that did to our city to bring everybody together as one and celebrate our city and to celebrate this amazing state. Now we're going to do it in the middle of summertime with this amazing backdrop. Over half of the race circuit will be open to the public for free. Imagine Jefferson Avenue, our straightaway, open to the public mostly for free. Hart Plaza, all the entertainment, all the activation, everything going on in Spirit Plaza from food trucks, and this beautiful riverfront of ours, the waterfront, open to the public for free. And that's why we're so proud of this event, and that's why we're going to make this a galvanizing event for our city, our state, and our region.
It attracts a lot of people who are not necessarily race fans, and you have some really good access here. You have some good areas to watch, whether you want to sit in the grandstand or just tool around. From the racing side, it'll bring good racing. It obviously brings a huge influx of people and race fans from around not just the United States, but around the world who follow IndyCars.
Our race circuit was purposely built to bring in the iconic figures, the symbols of our great city. I'm standing in front of Hart Plaza right now. Behind me, I have the Joe Louis Fist, the spirit of Detroit. This area is going to be where it's the epicenter of our race event. Imagine the sounds of cars coming down Jefferson Avenue at 190 miles an hour, bouncing off our building, bouncing all the way over to the Windsor riverfront. We're the Motor City capital of the world, and I can't wait for people to see it, to smell it, and to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you do. You see it, you smell it, and you feel it
Yes.
today, especially throughout this weekend.